Okay, the last tutorial, we're going to schedule an observation and then bring up an observation and complete it. So the first thing we're going to do is go to Evaluation Manager once again. And this time we're going to go to Observations. We're going to go back to My Staff Members. And now we're simply going to click on a particular teacher. I'm going to find somebody, Courtney Gourlay. I'm going to come over here, you click on her, and this is the schedule. This is what comes up. Observation type, long or short, which is a 20 or 40, we're going to go long. Observer, Michael Gregory. Date, 15th August. Time, and you can change these times. So if I put 9 o'clock in, I can go to 9:20 based on your scheduling. And this was obviously before they came out with the final regs, but it's going to be a 40-minute. This, I'm not sure about. They did speak about that, but for now, I would not click it. That allows, obviously it allows them to edit things, and right now not. These are prior to regs too, so it was the informal, the informal, the external observer. We're going to ignore most of that. Formal will be a 40-minute, informal will be a 20-minute, announced, unannounced, internal observer, single scored. Your pre-conference, you set the date, 14th, again, you can set the time and you can change that. I'm not going to worry about it. Post-conference, set that for the 16th, and time doesn't matter. And you're going to save that. And this gives you an opportunity to send an email to them. And obviously you're going to send an email to them with all the information. And what that will do, I'm going to say no thanks then. What that will do is send them a pre-conference form, and you'll see that in a minute. So now we've done that. I've scheduled it. Now I want to go into the classroom and observe them. So the one I just scheduled was here. I click that. It looks like the schedule comes up again, but right here it says Open Courtney Gourlay's observation. Excuse me. And there's the pre-conference form that she should have and will have filled out. So you have that information. We're going to get the observation, and these are the three tabs we have here. Now the evidence tab, if you're in the room, you type the evidence in. You can click save. The evidence in. Click save. And what you can do is you can see this, you can go back and tag that evidence. But I'm going to come back to that. Now I'm going to go in and rate this. And here is the two domains, domain 2 and 3. And here's the many options you have to open up. Now, if you wanted to do it on paper and come back and fill this in, you could do that right here. We thought they were partially effective here, effective here. You could do that here. But if you're in the classroom and you want to click, if you click on domain 2, this opens up. And if I click here, there are all the, I don't know what we're calling them, strands to domain 2. And you could do that. Obviously there's nothing in there right now, so you don't have a rubric. But if you click these, there's the rubric with the information you need, and you can score it from here. Click it there. Now here's where it comes out, and this is where we're talking to Dennis Shearing about making a formula for it. So they tell if it's 5 out of 8. If you don't view something here, it's still coming up with 3 out of 4, not the 5 out of 8. So you don't have to mark something if you don't see it. And the same with any of these. You can see. So again, they open up, and if you want to see specific rubrics, it shows you that. Okay, and there's domain 2 with all of them. If I go to domain 3, and again, I mean, you can open all these up. So, and that's where you would click to score it. And obviously you have a post-conference tab. So that's the area. Now you need to play with this rather than me do a screencast or go into any more detail because you can see and you can mark all these and see what happens at the end. There's 2 domains, there's 20, I think it's out of 40 at the end. But again, that's how you would do that. And again, post-conference. Now, what you want to do is if you want to tag let's go back to evidence, and you want to tag this. You can go back and you select the domain, classroom environment, and you want to tag that. You can even go into here and say, okay, I'm going to tag it there. And as you can see, it just tagged it to that. You can take that out if you want. But if your notes obviously correspond to your tag there, and again, I think we spoke about this, I think, and Dr. Varley spoke too, more importantly is to spend the time on those teachers you have questions about rather than those teachers you don't. So you may want to get into more detail here with those teachers in question, and that's where you want to be specific with your tags and the evidence you observed. So that's the observation scheduling and pulling up the observation.